On voit que je peux
Euh,
se faire un partage d'écran ici.
non, mais je vais aller sur ton channel. Si tu veux, je peux faire le partage d'écran aussi, ça fonctionne.
Peut-être. Attends. Partage d'écran, c'est pas si mal en fait, hein.
Oui, ce sera peut-être mieux dans ce cas-là parce qu'on aura peut-être moins de lag.
Ouais, c'est mieux, ok.
Alors attends, là je le vois bien.
Là, tu vois
Euh,
Discord en théorie, là.
oui, je vois Discord.
Ouais.
Euh, Quand je dois te donner en fait l'adresse,
Ouais.
par exemple pour aller chercher un fichier, je te donne ce qui est censé être l'adresse de base. J'imagine que tes trucs sont installés dans les dossiers de base.
Ouais.
Donc je te donnerai cela
Ok.
et je te les copierai là et ensuite peut-être dans la vidéo tu pourras l'incruster pour qu'il y ait le chemin.
Ouais. Puis je vais mettre dans la description aussi. Comme ça va être plus simple pour ceux qui veulent rejoindre. Qui veulent le faire.
Ok.
Ok. Puis c'est ça. Donc, ben, je fais peut-être une petite intro. J'essaie de le faire qu'il faut, puis on se lance. Puis après ça, si on a le temps, j'aimerais ça faire, je pense que ça va prendre pas longtemps, mais une mini introduction aux trois modes de jeu. Ce serait super
Ok.
cool. Ça, je pense que c'est plus agréable pour faire, mais on va commencer par faire le premier vidéo, je pense qui est le plus majeur.
Ouais.
Ouais. Bon, ben. Ok, je vais commencer à enregistrer, les gars. C'est beau? Ok? Bon. Il y avait du monde derrière nous.
Mais moi j'espère qu'il n'y aura pas de bande. J'ai mes enfants qui risquent de peut-être faire à un moment donné un petit peu de bruit, mais c'est tout.
Honnêtement, ça m'est égal, je m'en fous. C'est
Ok.
juste ça. Bon. Welcome everyone, Algody speaking, and welcome back to a video. This time I'm with Jack, the narrator. Thank you so much for joining me, Jack. How are you doing today?
Fairly well. Thank you for having me, Ogity.
Well, today it's a little bit different actually. We're just going to explain how to basically get the multiplayer helper on Civilization 6 to be working for a mod. But what is the multiplayer helper actually? Jack, you're the mod owner for this one, right? Can you explain me like in a minute or two, like what
Yes.
is about?
So, Multiplayer Helper, or MPH for short, is gonna help you in a couple of different ways when it comes to enjoying multiplayer with Civilization 6. So, I think I would boil it down to two main features that probably is the most love of this mod. The first thing is that if you're playing, it probably happened to you, you're enjoying your game, and then suddenly there is one of your teammates that is disconnecting or
Mm, yeah.
desyncing, and then you know he managed to reconnect fairly quickly, but when he's back, the AI has taken over and everything has been moved around, and then everyone needs to relobby, and then it becomes a drama because you need to redo exactly the same war move and everything. So
Yeah.
this is one of the features that MPH is fixing, because when someone is going to disconnect from the game, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, the mod is going to take over and tell the AI, don't do it. Everything is going to be frozen
Mm,
into place, allowing the player to safely come back and then take over his unit without his unit being messed around. So that's, I would say, feature number one that I feel is the most interesting.
yeah.
Second one is more of a quality of life improvement. So you can essentially directly remap on a different map seed from the
Okay.
game. So
Yeah.
we've seen that in various tournaments. Um, the players usually have a couple of remap tokens. So after
Mm-hmm.
8 turns, after 10 turns, you don't like your map, you want to remap, you vote, and then it's very easy. You just press the escape button to reach the end game menu.
Mm.
You can select MPH and then you can select remap, and you
Mm.
simply remap like this, and everyone restarts on a different map, like a relobby but without being a relobby. So that, I would say, two main features which is like directly multiplayer related.
Oh, I get
Now,
it. So it's pretty simple, basically. You get this mod on, and then you'll be able to, if you disconnect, not have any of your units move, so you can join back. And there's some stuff like a command to remap if you want in the multiplayer setting, basically.
precisely,
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
couple of other features that we are going to talk about later on.
Mm.
Some for drafting, some are new mods, but I would say the two main features really for the casual player is preventing relobby through disconnect and
Mm.
preventing relobby through remap. So it's literally there, probably 50 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes of a game being saved
Oh, wow.
um,
Yeah.
uh, by using the mod.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's a hassle to get the lobby, and often like just for the players to rejoin and so on gets pretty long. Okay,
Exactly.
so
So how do we install it? Yes.
yeah. I want to know exactly how to install it. So we're gonna do a step-by-step guide here, how to get it working. We're going to assume you even add a previous version, so we're gonna clear some files. I understand. So
Okay, yeah, and that's always the right way of doing it. I mean, it's a
mm,
good example for any mods.
mm,
We both know that sometimes Steam is great, but sometimes Steam has some pitfalls, and one of it is not being able to update regularly your mod. So, it's always good as a player to keep your mod folder, up to date, so that
yeah,
then everyone around you, especially the guys that are trying to play with you, are gonna be happy because they won't have to wait for you if your mod is updated. So
yeah,
the
yeah,
one thing you want to do first is to check that your mod folder doesn't have like a sort of ghost mode that is still there, because it can happen. So
okay.
one way to do that is simply to go where Steam is gonna install the modes in for Civilization. So I'm gonna give you the link. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna appear in the video. And basically, Oguti, I need you to go there. I'm assuming that you have done a standard install for Steam. If you at home have used a different directory, you can just basically mimic what I did and just change where you installed Steam.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen on the video, but I just copy pasted this directory, and I do have a search bar. Most computers have a search bar nowadays. I typed in there, and it got right to the good spot. Otherwise,
Exactly.
I'll quickly show like the full route. Maybe I'll go
Yeah.
back. So right here, you would have to go to, if I'm not mistaken,
Program file.
program files. So like my computer is an Acer, you can see here. So I would have to go to my Acer, then program files. For me, it's x86. Then I have to go to Steam apps, if I'm not mistaken.
To
So,
Steam, actually.
just simply
Steam.
Steam, okay.
Yeah.
Steam, and
And
then Steam apps.
then Steam apps.
Okay, okay.
Then then workshop.
Then workshop,
And
and
then content.
then content. Okay,
And then yeah, you might have different folder here, but you want to use 289070 because that's the civilization folder.
okay, okay.
They use yeah, it's not so user friendly. They use numbers for games, and then they use numbers for mods.
Mm.
So here, what you see, Oguti, on your screen is
Mm.
all the mods that you have currently installed.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and the one that is MPH, I would give you the directory name is this one. So if you have this one, which I don't believe you have.
I'm 19. Okay, I'm gonna check.
No, you don't have it.
So 198. No. No, it's
No,
different one.
you don't have it.
I don't
So
have it.
if you were to have this one, you
Yeah.
want to delete it.
Okay.
Because if you are not subscribed and that folder is staying there, it means that Steam tried to unsubscribe but kind of failed. And the problem you will have is that when you resub to it, Steam will not update some of the file. And this, as you know, can be a huge problem later on. So if you have this folder that's still there, delete it. If you don't have anything, you're good to go to the next step.
Okay. So just to be sure, because I know for many people it's not like 100% sure, but this is basically it would be multiplayer helper, right? This
Yeah,
1984.
exactly.
So
That's multiplayer helper.
because it looks weird, right? It's just a bunch of numbers. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you have BBS, you have BBGs. They're just hidden under a bunch of numbers. That's the way
Okay.
it is.
Okay. Okay.
All
So
right.
okay, I don't have this, so then I'm lucky. I'm good to go, right? Like
Yeah, you're good to go, and then you can move to the step number 2, which is you have. I mean, I'm assuming again you using Steam, so we're gonna do it. I'm sorry for the Epic guys, but we're doing like a Steam tutorial. But now what you will have to do is that you will have to subscribe to the mode on Steam.
Oh, okay.
So
So
in order to do so, I will. So you have several ways. Either you go directly on my profile, but I will find you the direct link, so it's going to be
yeah,
much easier for
it'd
you.
be much easier.
1 second. J'arrive, hein, on coupera.
Non, prends ton temps, hein. On a tout le temps qu'on veut.
Okay, so I have the link. 1 second. Okay, so that's the link.
Okay, so you just posted this link here. Steam community. That's normal, right? For most mods, like it's on
Yes.
the.
Well,
okay.
if you actually look carefully, you will see that the numbers at the end are exactly matching the number of that folder. Right?
Ah, yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the ID of the mode.
Okay, so I click on this, right?
Yeah, you click on it, and this is going to open your web page on the Steam community website.
Okay.
All right. So here, in your case, you haven't. Well, actually, no. You are already signing. If you're not
Yeah.
signing, you will have to sign in. But it's the same thing. I mean, it's very easy. Then what you will do is that you will simply press subscribe.
Yeah. So for me, I'll sign in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm signing now, so now I have to. Once I'm signing, I probably have to reclink the link, right? Because this is the
Yes,
wrong place.
you have to reclaim the link.
Okay, okay. So we'll go back on this.
Yes.
Signed in. Okay. Okay, we're here.
Then, if everything is all right, you will see that subscribe button. So you just have to click subscribe.
Oh yeah, my Steam is in French, so it's called here s'abonner, but same color, right? So this would be the subscribe button, right? The green one.
It will be the subscribe button, the
Okay.
green one.
So I have to click on this green button here.
Yeah. And if you look at the bottom, it should download. So you have two cases. In that case, Oguti, you opened it directly in your internet browser. But for some people, it's going to directly open it in their Steam app if the Steam app is open. It will be exactly the same. You will have to click subscribe. And then you will be able to see at the bottom of your Steam app that it has been downloaded. So if you open your Steam right now, you should see that you have added one item on your download list.
Okay, Jack, we're gonna start over. There was a lot of background noise, so just for that one step. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off entirely from Steam, and we're gonna start it over from the time I click on the link. Okay.
Sure. Do you happen to have your Steam app as well on this computer open?
Now it's open.
Because you know what? I think it's probably easier for the Steam guys to just do it by going into Steam rather than the link and everything. I mean, it's up to you, but I think for the casual users, they would be more confident than pasting a link and everything. I don't know. Up to you.
Well, we can show both. Like, let's do both, and then we'll choose.
We can do both. Okay.
Okay, let's do both. Okay, well, I'm gonna sign out of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so log out here, and I'm gonna log out here as well. And you can start updating. Yeah, okay. So we can start over from the beginning. Okay, so just pretend you just pasted this link here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So now you have the link, Oguti, and you have two ways of doing it. Okay.
Okay.
The first way is that you are directly going to download the mode through the internet using your web browser. The second way of doing it is using the Steam application if you have it as well, which you probably have on your computer. Let's do both. So let's start with the internet version.
Wait. So there's two ways to do it, but you just have to do one of those, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Whichever one you prefer. So the first one, let's do the internet version.
Okay.
It's very easy. If you have the link, you click on the link.
I click here.
Yeah, you click on it.
And then I click like this is okay.
Yes, this will open a web page on the steamcommunity.com website.
Yeah.
And then you can click basically on subscribe there. It will ask you to log in, so you are clicking login.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything is in French here. So I'm just gonna go back a second. Here it would be subscribe if you're an English user. Sorry for this. This is in French. In French it's s'abonner. So I click on subscribe. Then log in French, it's se connecter here. Log in.
Yes.
Now, okay, I'm lucky I got my password already filled in. Okay, okay.
And then you see it's ticked. You have just subscribed to it.
Ah, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. The second option is to reach the mod through your Steam app. So you will have to use your Steam application.
Okay. Okay, okay. So let's wrap this one up first. So then once
Yep.
this is done, like we're all good to go, and we could go to step 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is using the game in Now
Okay. So now let's do the second way. Okay. So
second way.
so should I subscribe here to show it properly? Maybe.
Yeah, you cannot subscribe.
I'm gonna unsubscribe from this and close this.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna do the second way. So the second way is to do it with Steam. You said Steam application.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So you go to your Steam app.
Okay, I already have it open. But if you need to search for it, you can type Steam.
Yeah.
And like it's open this way, you'll see it this way. For me, it's already open, so I have to log in.
You need to log in.
I have to remember my password. Actually, I have quite a few passwords and never remember which one it is.
Yeah, I know that one.
Oh my god, that's my password. Just a second. We have time. I'm just gonna go check what's my password. We have time anyway. I'm gonna close the screen just for a second.
Sure.
Well, it's not close to you, but it's close to everyone. What's my password? It's probably this one. Oh my god. I'll be right back. I know how to find out. I'll go, it's gonna be quicker this way. I trust you enough that you won't steal my stuff.
No. Don't worry.
This remembers, so I'm gonna go check here. Settings. I never log out, so I guess that's why I haven't done it in a long time. Passwords. Where is it? That's the one I typed in.
It could be because your 0 is not numlock sometimes.
Okay. I just typed in wrong last time. Okay, I'm gonna sign out and resign in. Okay.
Yeah.
Log out. Okay. Yeah. Let's close this. There's no things. Let's open back. Let's open back the footage image. Image is back on. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do the second way now with Steam, right, Jack?
Yeah.
So
you want your Steam app?
Yeah, Steam app. I just type in Steam in my research bar. I find it here, but I already have it open here. So I'm going here. My account name,
password.
My password. Okay, I'm logged in. So this shows up. It's okay. How do I find now? How do I find it?
So it's very easy. You click community. So that's in the top menu. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you click on workshop.
Okay, community. It's in
And
the sub menu.
workshop. Yes,
Okay,
exactly. Same
so
menu.
I'm gonna keep it here. You see the workshop community under the community tab. I click here.
Okay, so you are in it. Then you see browse all workshops. You want to type Civilization 6.
Okay, so right here, browse all workshops. This
Yeah.
is it. And here, I with Z, right? Civilization 6.
Yes, and it's autofill, so that's the third. Yeah, yeah, that one.
And
Search.
okay, okay.
And now that's the workshop for the and all the mod in Civ 6. You can go there if you want to, grab anything you want. And in that
Hmm.
case, you are going to type multiplayer
I
in the
type
search menu.
here
Yeah,
again, right? At the
yes,
top of
multiplayer
multiplayer. This
helper with a space.
multiplayer helper with capital letters. It doesn't matter.
No, that's it. It will find it already if you do this.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All
Ah,
right, and
first one.
that's the first one.
Okay,
So you click on it,
okay.
and you can subscribe.
Ah, that's pretty easy as well.
Yeah. So here what you're going to see, I think, is why I like this method better. You see what's happening at the bottom of the window? You just
Yeah,
downloaded it. And
yeah.
it's important that you see that this is done because I have seen that in the past where you click on something and for some reason it doesn't download it. Could be because your antivirus is on, could be because your internet connection has shut down. If it is the case, unsub and resub and it should trigger the download.
Yeah, I actually just did, and we just saw the bar like at the bottom here downloading. Okay, so now I got it installed, so that's good, right?
Now you're all set. Now what you want to do, and this is really the last step to be certain that you can use all the feature of the mode, you
Uh-huh.
will have to be sure it's activated. So what you
Okay.
want to do is to just launch Civ 6.
Okay, so then I can close this page to just know. I can.
Well, you can go you can click library and place and launch Civ. Yeah, from here, click library
I
and then
got a
you
bunch
click
of
on Civ
games.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can click on it, you can launch it from there. Click play. Or for the one that don't use Steam app, you can just double click on your icon on your desktop or somewhere.
Yeah.
Works very well as well.
That's what I usually do. Hmm.
So you have the splash screen.
And is there anything funny that should be happening, or just a normal like
No, it should be right.
just
I
this
mean, look,
way? Direct
99.
Direct
Oh,
11.
that's that. So that is gonna depend on your gear. On my side, I have a fairly recent computer, so I use DirectX 12.
Okay.
But if you have a computer that is behaving better under DirectX 11, it's true for especially if you have not the latest graphic card, but just
Hmm.
actually, you probably would be fine in DirectX 12. I'm pretty sure you have a beast, really Ogutty, but both will work honestly. So
Yeah,
click.
but it's not related to the mod, right? It's just the game itself.
Oh yeah, it's the game
Okay.
itself,
Okay.
nothing to do with the mod.
So I'm
Correct.
gonna launch it X11 this time.
Yeah.
Bon, on va attendre que ça load. Je suis sûr que ça va tellement aider beaucoup de gens qu'on fasse ça en fait.
Je pense aussi, j'ai l'impression qu'il y a pas mal de gens qui sont un petit peu perdus,
Mm.
qui sont pas forcément à l'aise avec les ordinateurs.
Mm.
Ce que je peux comprendre, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui voient l'ordinateur pas comme un outil de travail, mais comme une console de jeu, si tu veux. Donc,
Ouais. on va
Est-ce que
pas.
c'est bruyant pour toi là? T'entends les enfants ou pas?
J'entends rien,
Ou ça-
donc c'est parfait.
Parfait, excellent.
C'est parfait.
So the game is just loaded there, and I can already tell you it worked.
Ouais, refais ça, il y a pas assez de temps pour que je fasse une coupure. Là. Recommence.
So the game just loaded, and I can
Mhm.
already tell you that it worked perfectly. And you know why? Because
Ouais.
if you look at the bottom left corner, you will see that actually MPH is already there.
Ah, that actually I didn't know that. That's amazing. So we know that it's there. But if
Yes.
let's say I want to double check.
If you want to double check, you go to additional content or contenu additionnel in French.
Yeah, so it's the 1, 2, 3, fourth menu from the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
So
is,
you go,
which is what you use to manage your modes.
Okay.
Essentially.
okay. So
Click
content
here. Mods.
mods. Okay.
And then you, so it depends how many you have, but I always find that it's much easier if you just tick, you untick contenu officiel, you untick official content.
Okay. This is this
Yes.
box here.
Yes, and then you will see all the modes you have there.
Mhm.
And if you just go down on the list, you should see multiplayer helper core 1.06
Activated.
as active. Okay.
Okay. So
If
this is how this deactivated mod looks like this, right? Red.
yes,
Like this one is deactivated, so this doesn't have an impact, but this one is activated.
yes.
Okay.
So here you just want to check a couple of things. You want to check that you have only one version of multiplayer helper. If you had in the past an installation of multiplayer helper and you just did what Oguti showed you at the beginning to clear your mod folder, you should only have one. So that's one thing.
Mm.
If you are not seeing like Oguti before the MPH 1.06 at the bottom of your screen,
Yeah.
and you see multiplayer helper being deactivated here or disabled,
Yeah.
you just click to activate it and you restart your game.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna exemplify it. I'm gonna deactivate it manually.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you see it this way, multiplayer core helper 1.06 deactivated or deactivated in French here. We have to do this step. Okay. So what's the step?
You just activate it. So you click activate.
Okay.
Yes. And then you go back. And you exit the game and you restart. And when you restart, it would be activated.
Okay. Can I restart now to show it?
Yeah, you click. You can click this.
Okay, go there. This is my normal way to restart the game. And
then
here it says stop. So it's
wait.
We have to wait. Okay.
And then you click play.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's good. And DirectX 11, and let's go.
Donc maintenant, en fait, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais juste te montrer ensuite, te guider sur comment tu vois ensuite que tu as les modes de jeu. Donc, pour que ce soit plus joli, pour que les gens puissent comprendre les différents modes de jeu, je pense que c'est mieux de regarder en single player, même si ensuite, quand on va effectivement le faire, on le fera en multiplayer.
Ok. Mais moi, ce que j'aurais voulu faire aussi, je sais pas si t'as encore le temps, là, mais ça aurait été de démontrer une draft tournoi 4v4.
Bien sûr, bah on peut tout faire. Hein.
Ok, moi j'aurais commencé par la draft, parce que ça va être ça que beaucoup de gens veulent faire ou veulent tenter d'essayer de faire. Puis à la fin, tout manière, je vais faire ça en différentes vidéos. Je vais les séparer en des petites vidéos pour que ce soit plus fun, plus simple à regarder. Puis à la fin, on fera les 3 modes de jeu, tout simplement.
Ok, bah écoute, on fait ça.
Ok.
Vas-y, je te laisse partir en anglais et je te suis.
Okay, so I'm back in the game. We had the mode deactivated, right, in additional content. We're gonna check if it's now activated properly. So mods, and I had it deactivated before. I can unlock this to help me find it. And multiplayer core helper is activated. So now it's working, right? 100% working. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jack, for this. We're going to record maybe 2 more videos. One's gonna be about the tournament drafting for the 4v4s. Another one about the new game modes, because yes, there are new game modes for this, right, Jack?
Yeah, there are a couple of them, and I'm sure it's gonna be helping the helper in its popularity.
Yeah.
I had to do that.
So stay tuned in. You're gonna find the link in the description for the next 2 videos. We're going to show the tournament draft and this. Thank you so much, Jack.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you guys soon. Ok, on se lance.
Ok.
Attends.
Je te laisse commencer alors pour ta nouvelle vidéo.
Welcome everyone, Algod is back, and yes, we're still on a guide for the multiplayer helper. We finally got it installed properly. Thank you so much, Jack. You're still here with me?
Yes, I'm still there.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I really wanted to demonstrate how the teamers draft, or tournament draft worked, especially since we might use it in the upcoming event of the CCC, for instance. But for anyone that wants to use it, it's one of the features that is the most liked about this new multiplayer helper. So, tournament draft is to get some civilization picks and banned, and it's very fun way to play some team games with your friends. You can even have maps banned and so on. So we're gonna discover it today with Jack. I'm so glad you could make it, but I need your help here. I need you from the beginning to tell me how to make this work.
Okay, so what we are going to do, Oguti, is try to do a standard kind of CWC-like drafting, if you want, together.
Yeah.
So you are going to be the host on this one.
Perfect.
So, and as the host, you will have obviously more duties. You will have more things to set up. But then it will allow all players joining your game that have as well multiplayer helper installed to actually enjoy those features. So the first thing you want to do is to create a multiplayer game. So for this, you are going to pick multiplayer.
Yeah. So this is multiplayer, the second option in your menu?
Yes.
Yes.
And then, well, actually we can do a LAN, but you can do it as well on the internet, whatever, you know.
Let's do it online.
Online.
Okay. So in French it's en ligne, but in English it's online. Very simple. You
so then create a game.
Create a game with the green button at the bottom here.
Yep.
Okay. I got it. Is the mod already on because it's already activated?
Yes.
Yes. On. Okay. How can I double check if it's on?
Well, you can go to additional content at the top.
Ah, right here?
Okay. Yes. You can click on that and you will see that it will be activated in the list.
So I have Better Bounce Game, Better Bounce Start, the Spectator mod is on as well, and the multiplayer core right here. Alongside all the DLCs.
Yeah. You know what, Oguti? To make it simple for our viewers, let's disable, just for this example, let's disable the Better Spectator mode and disable the Better Balance Start, so we have less option.
Okay. So we're gonna disable here the Better Spectator mod.
Yes.
And Better Balance Start, we said. Yes. This one. Okay.
Exactly.
So I have Better Balance Game. Is it okay?
Yeah, you can deactivate it as well if you want. Disable it.
Let's just keep the multiplayer helper for the example here.
Yeah, it's just to have something clean, so there are less options for people. If they don't have the mode for whatever reason, they can see just the options for MPH. So now you're gonna click back.
Yeah, this one at the bottom, the top, back. Okay.
Okay. So here's your screen. So you have a couple of things that you will want to do. So the first thing, and this is always the case since we have new Frontier patch, the first option you always want to check before doing anything, because you can only change them at the beginning of the game, is check if you want to have any special modes. So, you know, with the Apocalypse modes, you have, you know, new features, but you can only activate it when you create the lobby the first time. So in that case, we don't need to tick anything, but if you want to do anything special, that will be the time to just do it, because you won't be able to change it after. It's not MPH, it's just the way New Frontier Pass is working.
Okay, so but we're not doing it right now, like we don't need those ones?
We don't need those one in this example, but I'm
Okay.
just being specific about that because that's a feature that people don't know. So
Okay. Okay.
now what you want to do is that we are playing a tournament, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to use the tournament drafting. So you see, just above mode de jeu, just above game modes, you will have draft mode, right? And draft mode is
Yeah,
just
here.
above. Yes, and
Okay.
so it's at the bottom of your map and game options,
Mhm.
and here you will choose tournament because you want to play a tournament. So you have different options. I go there very quickly. If you want to play just a normal game and use MPH just for the desync features and the remap features, you just pick no restrictions.
Okay, this is what
If
we have
you-
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what we have.
Yeah.
If you want to play a tournament with the esports like drafting, like we are going to do today, we are going to pick tournament. If
Okay.
you want to do a vote-based draft, a bit like when you are on the CVFR, on the CPL servers, and you want to just draft within the game, you can use voting drafts. That's what this option is for.
Mhm.
But today, we are going to use tournament.
Okay. And for the CCC, we're going to use tournament as well. So this is the most used one for now.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, tournament. It's there.
Here, that's it. There is another option that I haven't really mentioned earlier about MPH. MPH has a new version of the timer, which is based in Lua, so it's more flexible. And the timers that you have are, the one that are used in the community. You can find them under Smart Timer, and you can change. So the one you have by default, Classic Cial, is actually the fast dynamic timers, and a lot of people have been using for years,
Yeah.
and that now is unfortunately deprecated because Cial, is no longer doing modding.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So here, like, just to be sure people follow, like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th line in the settings.
yes,
That's for me. I get this smart timer option. That's what you're talking about, right?
yeah,
And you're
smart
talking,
timer.
and the classic Cial, like you say, is the dynamic turn timer that people are used to, for instance, on CPL.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here in a tournament, typically people tend to pick competitive. Because
there's 5 of them.
That's a timer that is being used, for instance, for the CWC, and it's a little bit more esports oriented. But so we're gonna keep the spirit. We are playing in tournaments, so we're gonna as well use competitive in this example.
Well, okay. Can you briefly explain to us what are the 5 options, though, just to be sure?
Yeah.
So competitive, like, what's the difference? We know a little bit about CL. It's like a dynamic turn timer that.
CL is dynamic, but it's I would say it's a turn timer that is fine if you're doing casual games, right?
Yeah.
Where you don't want to have too much pressure.
Mm.
Competitive is really, it's, for instance, the typical timer you're going to use on the CWC, it's the timer being used in squadrons. So in that case, the times are going to depend on when you are in the game, right? So for instance, the first turns are quite quick, and then the timer is going to scale depending on the number of units on the game, depending if people are at wars, depending if you are in a teamer, depending if you just found in a pantheon. So it's going to try to adapt in such a way that you are finishing your turn, but you have to do it with a little bit of pressure. So we are in esports there. It's not casual anymore.
Yeah.
We are in a tournament. So that's what competitive is all about. Disable is self-explanatory. Is you use that if you want to use the normal civilization timers. So then you can use, fixed timers or the base game dynamic timer. You click disable here.
If you want to have like every turn, like 100 seconds, you can go there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Leash pressure is so I'm sure everyone knows Leash, the civilization player. So Leash has come up with this setting, which is very oppressive. You can use it in single player, so I try to do that to try to be better. Honestly, I can't. You need to be really, really good. And it's I think it's a timer that was used in the Zland tournament, for instance.
Yeah.
Classic Cial, most people knows about it.
Yeah.
But the last one, which is Sephi N plus 30 is the very simple timer. You have 30 seconds the first turn, and then every single next turn you're gonna gain 1 second. And Sephi is another well-known player in the community, and like many of us, he grew with Civilization, and suddenly he started to have a job and a family, and he started to not be able to play games anymore that were 8 hours long. So
Yeah.
its timer is in between competitive and the classic Cial. I like it as well quite a lot.
Okay, so basically, Lej is super fast, and
Yeah.
Sephi is pretty fast, more fast than usual as well. If you
Yes.
yeah, okay.
And competitive is in between Sephi and Ledge.
Okay, so basically the normal one people are used on CPL is Cial, and competitive is just tiny bit quicker. Tiny bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So for today we're going to try competitive, right? Gonna try
Yeah.
this. Okay.
All right. So then you can choose your map settings if you want to play on New Age or if you want to change your resources, as usual. The other things that I would like to show you now is that you will first create the lobby, so you confirm your parameters here.
Yeah.
Yes. And now you will move to the staging room, okay? And you're the host. So here you have a couple of things as well that are yes, because you are in tournament, right? So you have more settings. As the host, you will have all the options. The other players won't see those options. They will see, however, a short message telling them what to do. So when you reach a stage here, essentially the lobby.
Wait. So I see this because I'm the host, right?
Yes.
I see those 4 things, and a regular player, he wouldn't see those 4 things. What would he see?
He wouldn't have that. He wouldn't have the launch or the reset button on top as well.
Okay. Those. Oh yeah, launch and reset. Okay. Yeah. You see.
So that's only for you because you're the host.
Okay.
I will just quickly glance over 2 other features. You see the button joueur or players that you see. You can click on it just above your name. You can click on it.
Yeah, I had to look for it. Okay, this one. It's going to be called players.
And yes, players in English or joueur. You click on it if you need to change your name. It's a feature that people have asked. As you know, in the base game, you can't change your name. You need to come back, and it's quite a pain, especially for online game. You need to match your Steam. So this is a very easy way to just do it if you need to.
Okay, so if I want to change my name to Agathy, then would it? No, I have to change to something. CPL player here. If I change my name to CPL player,
confirm.
Confirm. Wow. And this is only for this game or for like all the games I will play on Steam or?
No, it's for that game. You can change every game if you want to.
So if I do a new game after, it's gonna be Agathy here, but I could just okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So at this stage of the game, as it's actually written, you are the host, so what you are doing is that you're going to complete the parameters for the game and wait for people to join in, okay? So here what we are going to do, Agathy, is that you said that you wanted to have a map pool, right? So we're going to define which map are going to be in the map pool.
Okay.
So you go back to the lobby, which is
this one.
Game configuration, yes. And then you go down.
Okay, so from this step, just to be sure people follow, we're going to show you how to have a map pool, civilization draft, and bans and picks. And we're going to also see how the timer works, basically, for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so in order to do that, do you have to wait for everybody to be in the lobby?
So to set up the game, you don't. But to launch a game, obviously, and launch a drafting, you need to have everyone in the game. Yes.
Okay, so people are joining right now. Okay, I don't know. This is.
But you know what? I'm gonna join just so that
good idea.
It's gonna be easier so people see how it works.
Good idea.
I'm just gonna actually, can I see? Okay, no, let me do it through there. So I'm gonna do this. I need to remember my password.
Same as me.
Okay, I'm good.
Do you want me to send a link or you'll be fine? Maybe
Actually, for some reason, I can't see your game.
Yeah, I know what's the bug. I need to reconnect here.
But you can send me the link
Yeah.
if you can.
Yeah, I'll get you the link. I need to reconnect here, then I'll be able to access my own link. Connect. There you go. Okay. Now I just have to get my link. On internet. I don't have internet open. And I have to go on my name. Now I have to deactivate this. My name, Steam. Okay. There you go.
Okay, let me just launch the game.
Yeah.
Be a second.
Also, I didn't check if there was anybody online, but you probably understood if you're on the stream that we're just recording videos. So where I'm with Jack, if you wonder. I'm going to edit this in the future. It's going to be a nice video how to use the multiplayer helper.
All right, so let me join on you. Yeah. All right. So when I'm joining, basically, you will see a couple of things. Because at the moment it's a tournament, the game is checking that everyone joining the tournament has the mode. Because obviously, if someone doesn't have the mode, sometimes Steam is letting them slip through and it creates bugs down the line. So as a host, you actively check that everyone has everything in order. So when I arrive, I'm being automatically greeted by a message that says that the game is being played with Player Helper, and I'm telling you what is the version of my game. On my screen, I don't see anything. It's only for you because you're the host.
Okay.
And also because you're the host, you can have a visual confirmation that my game is correctly installed because you can see my version number on my player tag. So if you look
right here,
your name, you can see on my side I have nothing as a client, if you want this game, as a non-host. For me it's just like a normal game.
Okay.
But you can see that. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to do a map pool, like you said before. So for this, I need you to go to game configuration.
Okay, just give me a second. I have to put back this to avoid pings. Otherwise, it's gonna be more stuff. Okay, let's put this back on. Okay, so you managed to join the game. Now, to get the map pool going, and I have to go to game settings or configuration.
Yes, right exactly.
Okay.
So you go back there. All right.
Okay, I'm there.
And then you go down, and you will see that you have a new section under the victory condition, which is the map pool selection. Okay.
Okay, I see.
So here you're going to basically select the maps that you want to keep for the game. So so I find it's quite interesting. I didn't know that, but if you have a French game, it actually picks the French name, which I find is cool because I didn't know that I could read that right. So because for me it's in English, obviously. So in that case, let's say that we want to have a map pool with Archipelago, Fractal, and Pangaea. So you're gonna pick everything but Archipel, Pangaea, and Fractal.
Yeah. So if your game is in English, this is gonna be all written in English, right? So let's see. This is basically a random map. I don't want this.
Shuffle. Yeah.
This is title access. I don't want this. Do I want continent? Let's say I don't want continent. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna show already exclusively the map pool for the CCC. So we're gonna only take the maps that we'll take. So we will want Content Islands, Fractal. What they had decided, I think, decided to not take this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 maps.
Let's remove Fractal.
No,
because
that's
you have Primordial, so.
okay. Let's remove Fractal. That's it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go.
Okay. So
So-
now you have selected your map pool.
Okay.
So you can go back to the main staging room.
Yes. So by going here.
Yeah.
Waiting. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now it's a little bit of a sad tournament because there is only the two of us, Oguti. But we're still gonna make the best of it.
Okay.
So we are on opposite team. I'm assuming I'm Team Jack and you're Team Oguti. So
Yeah.
I would be obviously number 2 because you have to be number 1.
Do we have to choose a team number?
Yes.
Okay. And
So
everybody has to have a team, right? This way, or we don't
Yes.
do that.
well, you can do, but because they are AI, it doesn't matter. They're not going to participate. to
Okay.
the-
Okay.
They won't be able to ban as AI.
Okay.
But you're right. In a normal game, every single player, before we proceed, should select his team. Now, what is interesting is that if you were to play with a caster, okay,
Yeah.
a spectator,
Yeah.
that person will have to pick at this point his civilization. He will have to pick spectator, and he will have to tick. You see at the just below the back button, you have a play as an observer
Yeah.
thing. Yes. So he will have to tick this,
Uh-huh.
and he will have to select spectator.
Yeah.
But for all of us, mere mortals that are not casting games, I know you do that in your spare time, obviously, but
Yeah.
I don't. Then we don't get to tick that box.
Okay.
Um,
So this is only if there's a caster, an observer. He has to do this all before we start the map. Cool.
yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
All
But
right.
we don't have one.
So
So
now, what we are going to do is, so you just do, you as the host, so you check that everyone is all right,
Mhm.
and we are going to complete what we need to do before the game starts. So there are a couple of options there, but I think that you are going to use a CWC format, which is 1,
Mm.
2, 2 type rotation.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think we need to be 8 for the CWC, so you need to put more AI.
Okay. I'll add a few more just to be sure there's no bugs. So AI.
Otherwise, if you guys are using this in a not 4v4 format, like a FFA, for instance, you don't need to put team, and you will use either random order or slot orders for these. But in that example, we want to show the CWC style. So
Yeah.
you are going to tick CWC format on top.
Oh, okay. So I have to have 8 players,
Yeah.
and more if there's casters there at the bottom.
Yeah.
And an extra, and I have to take this here, CWC
Yes.
format. Okay, so let's do this.
You will tick it, and then because we want this to be really competitive, you are going to pick draft timer.
Okay,
right?
what does those two options do? See, this is
So
just
the CWC format is
Yeah.
just explain if you leave the tooltip. It's just the format of on which the slots are being picked. So the CWC is having first map ban, then leader ban,
yeah,
then alternate in in a pattern which is 1 2 2 1. Actually, I think the tooltip is outdated, but that's
Yeah,
fine. I will correct it later on.
Mm.
Yeah, and then picking is following the slope order. No, actually, it's correct. It's A B B A B A.
yeah, exactly.
So so that's it. The draft timer, which is the other option. So this is really bringing competition into a competitive draft, because
Okay.
here you will be pressured. You will have 30 seconds when you have to ban a map,
Hmm.
60 seconds when you have to ban a leader, and 90 seconds when you pick your seed.
Okay,
If you are not doing it within the time frame, you will lose your ban.
okay,
If you are not picking within the time frame, you will have to pick a random leader. So it's really about being organized. You need to brainstorm with your team, and it's what makes this competition interesting. You need to be, it's a team game here, so you need
Yeah.
to coordinate your effort. Now, before
Okay.
you click, before you start the draft, I just want to tell you that if there is any problem during the draft, you can always come back to this moment before you start it.
How?
And this is, you have this reset button. The reset button,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
there,
Okay.
you can click it if there are any problem, any bugs, and you want to reset, you click reset, and you will be able to restart from scratch.
Okay. Sounds
Alright?
good. So
Uh,
I right now I got CWC format ticked. I got draft timer ticked because we want a competitive game. And now what do I do?
Now you press launch. And here we go.
Oh, this is stressful. Okay, so I got 24 seconds left, and I have to
Now,
choose which
which
map
map
I
you
ban.
don't want to play on. Yes.
Okay, I don't want to play on Primordial, so it's this and confirm.
Yes. So now
Okay.
it's my turn. I know you're a very good player, and I know that Pangea is what you prefer probably. So
And
I'm
you can
gonna
see in
ban.
the corner here the maps that are already banned. So all the red ones are the ones we already ticked out before we started, and
Yes.
now we're adding more red maps. So I'm gonna ban Continent Islands.
And it's a tough one. Because essentially by banning now I have two choices. So by
Uh-huh.
banning one, I'm picking effectively the other.
Yeah.
So I want to play on 7 seas. So I'm banning Lake.
Okay.
So now you are going to ban you as a captain of your team.
Yeah.
Because you're first in slots. So you are banning for your entire team the leader. So you have to pick a leader and ban it, and you have 60 seconds to do so.
Okay. And is the leader of the second team like the one that is in the second slot?
Exactly.
Okay, so because I'm in the first slot for my team, I'm the leader and I get to ban, and you'll be able to ban as well. So I'm gonna ban Dido because I think it's strong. And oh, it shows here. Okay.
Yes. Well, I know that Codnode did well, but I still don't trust that one.
Colombia.
So I'm gonna ban it.
Yeah, Colombia. I'm gonna ban, I don't know, Congo. Oh yeah, it shows up.
Okay. I'm gonna go for something which is probably controversial there, and I'm going to ban Alienor.
Eleanor. Okay, the last ban, I'll go for Canada.
Okay, and for me, I'm going to go for Rome. Alright?
Okay, alright.
So now you are going to be the first one to pick. So as you can see under your name, you can see who is doing what. So
yeah, I'm picking.
yes, so now
Okay.
I know that you're picking. And I see the same on my screen.
Okay. So then I get. Oh yeah, I can't pick because it's banned. Okay. Band leader here. Understand. So let's say I want to pick Arabia. Do I have to press confirm?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I pick Arabia.
Alright. And I'm going to play my favorite civ, Egypt.
Okay, I get it. And then we keep doing this for every player.
Keep going, yes.
Okay.
Now, because it's only AIs, they don't get to pick in that example, but theoretically speaking, all the players would have to pick one by one. Once you have done that, you have a 300-second timer to reorganize everything. Now, you won't be able to move slots until you or Guti allow us to do so, and for that you need to click unlock. So that's only if you need to change slots and things like this.
Okay.
I need you to press unlock to that, and then I will be allowed to swap. Before that, it was not possible.
Okay, amazing. So did you just swap now?
Yeah, I just did it, but my name for some reason got. So I'm just gonna rename myself so you can see.
Yeah, because I can't see you.
So that's we need to cut that. But actually, I just bugged the stuff. I don't know how I did that actually. So theoretically you can swap, but I don't think swapping with an AI was a good idea at this point of the game. So
Okay, so you can swap, but not with an AI.
Yeah, normally you shouldn't have AIs there actually.
Okay. So, but basically, when you unlock,
you have the right to basically swap
Okay.
with another human player.
Okay, can you? What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut out this bug part of the video, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Can you press reset actually? Yeah, I need to rejoin basically.
Yeah. So rejoin. We're gonna just do a small part of the audio. I'm gonna pretend I unlock it, and you explain to me exactly what you want to say, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna be perfect this way.
Les incidents du direct. Hop. Et
Bon.
alors attends, tu sais quoi? Regarde ce que tu vas faire.
Ouais.
Tu vas clique sur launch.
Ouais.
Et là, on fait skip. Si tu veux, tu peux faire skip là, tu sais. Si tu cliques skip à côté de reset en haut.
J'ai pas de bouton skip à côté de reset.
Si, à côté du bouton reset, t'as un bouton skip qui était à la place du bouton launch.
Ah oui.
À gauche.
Ouais, ok.
Et en fait, ça tu peux faire pour accélérer les trucs. Cliquer, voilà. Et ça passe toutes les phases pour toi s'il y a un problème. Donc là, je sais plus ce qu'on avait ban au départ. Mais toi, je crois que t'avais ban Dido.
Ouais. On va le refaire. Dido. Voilà.
Dido. Moi, j'avais ban
Colombie.
Bolivar. Bolivar. Simon Bolivar. Ok, confirm.
J'ai pris Congo, moi. On va chercher.
Ouais, Congo. Moi, j'ai pris Eleanor.
Mais j'ai pris Canada.
Moi, j'ai pris Rome. Ensuite, tu as sélectionné
Arabe, B.
Arabia.
Ouais. Confirmé.
Et Cléopâtre pour moi. Confirm. Voilà. Et là, on revient au même point.
Ok, là, recommence ton speech. Là.
So, at this point, we just completed the draft. Obviously, normally you will have to have all the players in your team select. It's just an example because we need 6 more people. They are AI, so they don't have to select. Now, at this point of time, sometimes it happens that you need to swap with one of your team member. And in that case, you need the host to allow you to swap, because at the moment, if you try to swap at the moment, look Oguti, what's going to happen. Try to swap. Yeah. Right? You can't swap.
You cannot change the slot order at the stage of the draft, change the type of draft, or reset. Okay.
So, and that's normal. For this, I need you basically to click unlock.
Yeah.
At the host. And if you click that,
yeah,
you see that now the status of all players has moved to unlock.
Yeah.
And now I could theoretically swap with players in my team.
Okay.
But obviously I don't have any. You should not swap with an AI, by the way, because it can create problems. So don't try it at home, guys.
Okay.
But that's it. And now let's assume that everyone has, you can change. For instance, if one of your team member has picked Persia and you want to play Persia, but you try to pre-pick that because you didn't want the other team to have it, you can swap with them and so on. It depends on whatever are the rules for your tournament. When everyone is set, essentially the host can just launch by clicking Start Game. And this is the button that you see in green on the top next to your back button.
Yeah, here on the top, above, waiting. Yeah, you got here. Start game. Okay.
Yes. So and then if you do that, you will start. The other option, because sometimes it happens that the 300 seconds are too long, or if someone is disconnecting at this stage and you need to wait for him to be back because sometimes you have connection problem happens. In that case, one trick to do, Oguti, is that you just go back to game configuration and you can change to no restriction, and that will stop everything. So that's a trick. Yeah.
Okay, so we would go here
and just go draft and you choose no restriction.
Draft
Now-
mode here.
Yeah.
No restrictions. And then we go back.
You go back, and in that case, essentially you no longer have the button, so it will start when you click ready.
Okay. Okay. But I'm gonna... Okay.
So
And
if you,
otherwise, I
otherwise
just
you
have to
can
click on
start.
the green button from before.
exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
All right.
All
And then
right.
It's just normal game, right?
Yeah. Well, perfect, Jack. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So this was how to do a draft mode for the tournament. It's for instance in the 4v4s. I hope it was clear. Thank you so much, Jack, for doing it, making this video. It's gonna help many people get it done. And what's your final thought on this? Like, Jack, like, what do you think about this feature?
Honestly, for me, it gives a kind of professional feel to a tournament because
Yeah.
it's like any esports. I mean, if you watch esports game, if you watch LOL or Heroes of the Storm or Dota 2,
Yeah.
that's how teams are drafting. So if you play a team game, I feel it adds an extra plus. You have the timer, so you need to think under pressure. So yeah, I like those features.
Okay, so thank you so much. This was how to use the tournament mode, how to get a 4v4, for instance, and the teamer game setup. And I think there's one last video we need to record, Jack. So we'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much.
Take care, bye bye. Ok.
Ok, bon là, on va retourner dans le jeu.
Ouais.
Ben, je vais attendre de loader, puis genre déconnecter.
J'avais un bon spawn là.
Ah ouais? Mais dommage, dommage que c'est sur cette partie que t'as un bon spawn.
Non, t'inquiète pas.
C'est pas long.
Donc là, on va faire. Tu veux faire quoi comme vidéo? Les trois modes, on les présente en utilisant le screen single player, sera peut-être plus joli.
Ouais,
Et ensuite, tu veux faire un exemple in-game d'un des modes ou tu as une préférence?
Ah, non, non, non. Je vais m'en tenir à une vidéo, genre l'introduction. Je vais laisser les gens découvrir, en fait. Au besoin, j'ai fait des stream tests auparavant. Donc, si je veux mettre des petites images, je les mettrai à partir de mon ancien stream.
Ok.
Ok? Donc, là, je veux faire semblant que je veux hoster un des nouveaux modes de jeu, en fait. Puis, dans
Est-ce
quelques...
que tu veux présenter, en fait, les modes de jeu en
Non.
ayant les images, tu sais, quand tu
Oui,
fais solo?
oui,
Parce
oui.
que si tu fais dans multijoueur, tu auras juste le tick box.
Ouais.
Et l'avantage, c'est que quand on va parler, tu peux rester sur le mode et ça montre, en fait, le texte de ce que ça fait. Donc, on peut en discuter peut-être plus facilement.
Ouais, c'est une très bonne idée. Moi, je l'aurais fait directement dans le jeu. Puis, mais sinon, j'ai les images que je peux mettre sur mon stream, si tu préfères. Celles que tu as envoyées sur le truc.
Ok, très bien.
Très bien. Il faut juste attendre quelques secondes. Bientôt, il n'y aura plus de bruit chez nous pour pouvoir enregistrer le dernier vidéo.
Ok.
Ok? Ce sera pas long. Ok, t'es prêt?
Je suis prêt.
Okay. Welcome back, Algany speaking, and we're going to explain now a last guide for the... Attends, je recommence. Welcome back, Algany speaking, and this finally is the last small guide video for the multiplayer helper, and it's probably the most fun one because we're going to talk about 3 new game types. So if you thought Apocalypse was really cool with the new Frontier Pass, wait until you see those ones. I'm again with Jack. Thank you for doing this with me, Jack.
My pleasure, Agouti.
So yeah, I was very impressed by what you managed to do with this, and especially those 3 game types look so cool. But what are they? How can I unlock them? I got the multiplayer up. Like, I need help here.
All right, so it's very simple. Some of them you can play in single players. Some of them you can.
Okay.
Would be mostly useful in multiplayer.
Okay.
But the way you use them is by hosting a game. So you are going to go to multiplayer.
Okay, multiplayer.
And then you go internet or LAN, whatever you
Yeah,
want.
okay.
Then you create your game.
Just a second. I got this on the back. Okay.
Yes.
So I go on multiplayer here.
Yes. Internet. Yes.
Yes.
Create a game.
Create a game. Okay.
Yeah.
And
then when you go to game mode, you will see Apocalypse mode, and you will see a couple of new things if you have multiplayer activated.
So my game is in French, so it says mode de jeu, but here would be game mode, basically.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So those game modes, you only get to pick them when you create your lobby for the first time. So you need to really think, because you can't just create the lobby and change after. It's important to do it now.
Okay.
So there are 3 of them. So which one?
But I see 4. I see 4.
Well, there's 4 with Apocalypse, correct?
Okay, so Apocalypse is like New Frontier Pass. This is already in, but you added sudden death mode, anonymous mode, and 1 city challenge mode.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I would start with the obvious one, anonymous mode. What does it do? Well,
this one.
If you just create the game, actually, you know what? Tick all 3 of them. You can do that. Huh? You can mix it. You can even pick Apocalypse if you want. Then confirm the parameter, and see what happens.
Confirm settings, the bottom.
Yes. And what's gonna happen is that when you are playing an anonymous mode, right? Every single player is gonna be named Anon something, right? With something depending on what slot it is in.
Yeah.
And as you can see, you can't rename your guy, right?
Yeah.
You can't use the button that you had in the normal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then essentially in the game, you're gonna stick to that name. Why this feature is important is because normally when you join, you can see who is joining. It's just telling you, right? But with this mode, it's just gonna say Anon is joining, Anon is leaving, and so on.
Yeah.
So it allows you to have a true anonymous gameplay. You know, for some player, it doesn't matter. For some others, the guys that are really well known, you know, they reach a point where they basically can't get on CPL, and people just, you know, yield in front of them. So it's not so fun. So those modes hopefully are gonna help them getting a little more thrill in their life.
Oh, that's so cool.
So now let's start the game, and we're gonna just discuss about the 2 other features.
Okay, this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Je vois que t'as eu mappé au-dessus. Pas mal ça, comme random. T'aurais pu avoir la Suède.
Ça aurait été drôle. Bah, moi, City Challenge, la Suède, c'est pas si mal, je pense.
En fait, ouais. Je pense que dans One City Challenge, t'as Maya qui quand même va accrocher quand même pas mal.
Ouais.
Parce que du coup, ils sont moins désavantagés pour jouer tôt, évidemment.
Ouais.
Je pense que t'as... je pense peut-être Aztec avec ou la Chine pour les merveilles, ça va être aussi quelque chose d'important. Ok.
Okay, I'm in.
Now you're in the game. So let's talk about sudden death. So sudden death
Oh,
is
wait. Sudden death is
you
one of
can
the game modes, right?
yes,
Okay,
and
okay.
what does it do? Well, when you play a sudden death game,
Mm.
you will after so the first time is after 60 minutes, and then it's every 20 minutes.
Okay.
And essentially, the person that is the last into the score is
Uh-huh.
just going to be erased from the game. It's quite sad, but that's the way it
Oh,
is.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So one by one, people are going to basically disappear based on their score. So there is it's an interesting dynamic, obviously,
Mm.
and that timer that you see there is a constant reminder of that
Of
death is
impeding
coming.
death, yeah.
And everyone will see who is basically the victim, and at the very last second it can change, right? You just play
Yeah.
your wonder, and suddenly the guy that was safe is no longer safe.
Yeah, yeah,
During
yeah.
the last minutes of the game, it turns red, just to add a little bit more drama there. And then when the timer reaches zero,
Yeah.
it's simply being erased from the entire game. So
Okay.
it's not about the AI taking over. It's literally about the Civ disappearing. All its
Uh,
units, all its cities are going to be gone, like they never existed.
uh. So
So that's sudden death.
right now I'm last in score because I'm out on zero, and
Yeah,
we combine the fact that we have anonymous games, so we can't see who I am, and as well the sudden death.
exactly.
Okay.
And now let's talk about the one city challenge. So one city challenge, I think most people kind of know what it is from the name.
Yeah.
And it's a mode that was a way of playing that was quite ancient. I've played some one city challenge named on C3,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially here, what is interesting is that you are limited to just one city.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way it works is that you can't build a settler, you can't train a settler. So if you try to look at your production, you see you
Oh.
can't do one, right?
Oh. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's gone.
Uh huh.
Uh, and there is another feature. If you just look at your civic tree, right, and then look at early empire or premier empire,
Yeah. Early Empire. I see here. Yeah.
yes, and you can see you have a new unit there. Okay,
Mm.
so that new unit is a civilian type unit, like a builder,
Okay.
with one charge. And what it does is it can build a special improvement, which is called a watchtower.
Mm.
And that watchtower is going to claim land outside your city. So, true, you are forced to be on one city, but you can still try to, claim some luxuries or claim some strategic resources
Yeah.
using that watchtower. You can use it as well to deny land to your opponent. So there will be quite an interesting strategic play around this watchtower. And then when the watchtower is in the game, if an opponent is coming and try to pillage it, it will just take your watchtower away from you and then claim it as is. So you will gain that land.
Okay. So you can kind of steal the other watchtowers, so you have to protect them with some units.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And if you're really
And
sneaky, you can even try to put, you can build some forts around your watchtower to make it, really like a stronghold.
yeah.
You can do a lot of things, really.
So okay, and why would you want to do this? To grab some resources, or to grab
Yeah, for me, definitely. I mean, that game is about just being tall, right? And the limiting factor are going to be luxuries for amenities. So you definitely want to, if you just want to keep growing and growing fast, you want to do that. You can start as well. A little strategy that I'm trying to do is that I try as soon as possible just to do one next to my city, so I can claim tiles without spending hundreds of
Right.
gold getting those. You have a lot of things you can do, and I'm sure veterans are gonna find strategies that I haven't thought about.
Okay, so basically, like we ticked all three boxes earlier. That's why we have all three game modes in one game. But you can play them individually, right? You can have
Of course.
Sun and Death. You can have anonymous mode, and you could have the one city challenge.
Yes, and you can even mix that with the current mode that Pyrex
Apocalypse.
brought with Apocalypse
Yeah.
and Secret Societies that's going to be out soon with the next DLC. And this is all going to be compatible. I really love that feature that Pyrex is brought because it allows you to really have a sort of modular gaming where you
Mm.
can just really select the features you want for your game, and I really like it. From modding perspective, it's opened a lot of land to us modders. So kudos to them.
Well, amazing, Jack. I'm so glad you took the time to do this. I'm going to put on the screen if you're curious because I know it's very cool. Just give me 1 second. The pictures of how it looks like if you open a game mode. So this is here the 1 city challenge, the one we just talked about. It's like the Babel Tower, a really cool art. So as you can see, if you choose this game mode, you can have this. You have the expansionist and the watchtowers being unlocked. We also have. I'm gonna show the other picture if you don't mind. Do you want to talk about them, Jack?
Oh no, I mean I think
Yeah.
I pretty much covered it.
Yeah.
As like you mentioned, you can use them in single player. Probably the only one which is a little bit underwhelming in single player is Anonymous because
Yeah.
really you will be alone, so
Yeah.
so
This.
you know who you are,
Uh-huh.
but you can still pick it in single player if you want to.
Uh-huh.
Um, and the other image for sudden death
Yeah.
is a little bit metal. If you like heavy metal from the 80s, you would probably
Yeah.
recognize where it come from.
Well, I'm
And
seeing right now the anonymous image. Like you see, like some sort of like a vendetta or something like a
yes,
guy. Yeah, it's
well,
very
you
cool.
know the anonymous group, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I use their.
Okay, very cool, very cool. And the last image for sudden death, you can see probably on the screen as well. Uh, yeah, really cool, really cool. Well made. I'm very excited to try those. I tried a little bit as well in the beta testing, so I was lucky. But now that I'm not just doing like looking for out for bugs and actually trying to play them, I'm sure it's going to be super fun.
Well, we'll see that. I'm sure CCC is going to be very good this year.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Jack, for this.
Well, thank you, Agati.
You introduced the 3 new game modes, so the anonymous mode, the sudden death, and the 1 city challenge. Hopefully you'll enjoy those modes as well, and we'll see you guys next time. Good luck for the Clan Championship Cup.
Take care. Bye bye. Bah voilà.
Ben voilà, c'est fait. Hey, merci beaucoup, Jack.
Non, non, c'est moi. Merci d'avoir passé le temps. Et quand tu auras les vidéos sur format YouTube, je les mettrai sur Steam parce que ça m'évitera de faire un guide. Et je suis sûr que pour beaucoup de gens, ça va aider.
Ouais.
Que j'ai, en fait, il y a pas mal de gens qui l'utilisent qui sont même pas de CPL, en fait.
Ouais.
Tu vois?
Ouais.
Donc pour eux, je pense que ça va les aider aussi.
Non, mais je t'enverrai ça. Ça va prendre. J'essaie de le faire vite par contre parce que je veux qu'elle sortir avant la CCC. Donc j'essaie de faire ça cette semaine.
Super.
Puis je t'enverrai les liens dès qu'ils sont terminés. On verra quand ils sont terminés.
Excellent. Allez, passe une bonne soirée.